September 2023, as I was sitting close to the summit of Manaslu, I ran out of oxygen. The spare bottle I had turned out to be defective. It did not have oxygen due to a faulty valve. The result was that had it not been the quick thinking of Anam's Sherpa, where he removed his bottle and connected it to my mask and then proceeded to give me Anam's spare bottle, I would not be standing here talking to you today. On many occasions, before that moment, then, and of course afterwards, I have asked myself, as many have asked us, why both Anam and I went on a mission to climb a mountain that put our lives in danger, and that was so physically and mentally demanding. In other words, why did we put ourselves in so much discomfort? Before I answer this question, I want to talk about human evolutionary history, because I believe it provides a fascinating story into our pursuit of comfort, the exact opposite of what we were doing at 8,000 meters. Over thousands of years, humans have evolved to prioritize and seek various forms of comfort. This intrinsic drive for comfort is deeply ingrained in our biology and psychology. We are wired to seek comfort in all aspects of our lives, whether it be within our physical environment, such as the invention of air conditioning to regulate temperature, or means of transportation, the convenience of cars, or even in the digital realm, the addiction of social media. Our inclination towards comfort can be traced back to our ancestors, who in their pursuit of survival naturally sought out environments that provided shelter from harsh weather, sources of sustenance, and protection from predators. This drive ensured the preservation of our species and the passing on of our genes to subsequent generations. Therefore, I believe that most of this is not in our control. For example, hunger played a big part in human evolution. After all, starvation, malnourishment meant death in most cases. As a result, we are actively wired to seek high energy foods. Think processed foods with high fructose corn syrup. With this sedentary lifestyle we have, and considering we are unlikely to be starved, the same system works against us, leading to a worldwide epidemic of diabetes. Fast forward to the modern era, and we are increasingly sheltered in every aspect of our lives. Everything is mechanized, and we are overfed and under-challenged. The concept of comfort has expanded beyond just basic survival needs, and we now have the luxury of creating environments that shield us from most discomforts. And technology has afforded us the convenience of minimizing physical activity. While these advancements have undoubtedly improved our quality of life, in many ways they have introduced new problems. Would anyone here care to guess what is the weight of our brain as a percentage of our body weight? It's 2%. Yet 1 in every 5 calories we consume is used by the brain. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that our brain defaults to tasks that consume lower energy. Scrolling social media is so easy because it is repetitive. Our brain is able to automate much of that activity. It does not burn many calories. We are not making new memories. There is no creative thinking involved, which is perhaps the most energy intensive task, and we are generally not moving. In other words, there was no Instagram on Manaslu. You may ask, what is wrong with sitting down at the end of a day and watching a bit of television? I don't have a problem with comfort. However, the primary issue with too much comfort is that it can lead to complacency and a reluctance to venture outside of our comfort zones. This can inhibit personal growth and limit our ability to adapt to new challenges. Moreover, our pursuit of comfort has resulted in a more sedentary lifestyle for many, which is contributing to health problems, as we discussed, like obesity and cardiovascular issues. Additionally, the pursuit of comfort has given rise to endlessly scrolling through social media feeds, seeking instant gratification and validation. This behavior can be addictive and has raised concerns about its impact on mental health, as it often leads to feelings of inadequacy, comparison, and disconnection from real-world experiences. I believe that today, as we enjoy more and more comforts, we are less and less happy. Right now, we move about 14 times less than we did just 100 years ago. A person can get away with walking just 1,000 steps. We spend 95% of our times indoors and nearly half our day either on TV or on social media. Result? When things are easy, the first casualty is courage. And I'm here to argue that we need to change that. And it also explains our expedition to Manaslu. I did not believe that I could achieve this milestone. Yet the closer the expedition came, I wanted to pursue it in the hope of doing what I thought was not possible just a few months ago. I believe the pursuit of comfort has made us more emotionally fragile than our ancestors. Access to an abundance of processed food means we are increasingly unwell, much more than our elders. In this digitally connected world, we are increasingly lonely. We are safe from all sorts of physical challenges, but we are more sensitive than our ancestors. Think back to the last time you got really angry at someone. Was it either another road user while coming here? Was it somebody in the office? Or was it just because your phone battery was about to die? Something in the grand scheme of things is so insignificant, yet it causes so much frustration. It is likely that the average age that has gone up for the last 100 years is going to start coming down because of this. And even though many people live long, they are increasingly doing so in a physical shape that prevents them from doing a lot of the things that they enjoyed when they were young. So what can we do? To my mind, there are various ways in which we can seek discomfort. But perhaps there is one idea that I found incredibly powerful. It comes from the Japanese tradition that involves making a pilgrimage to an icy waterfall, standing underneath the cold water, symbolizing intense purification. It is called misoji. For us, it basically means we do something one time a year that has an impact for the rest of the year. In other words, we take on a challenge that radically expands our sense of what we are capable of. There are just two rules. We have a 50% chance of success at best, and it doesn't kill us. Does it make your jaw drop? That's a good litmus test of whether something can be a misoji or not. Let me now come back to Manaslu. I promise for the last time. It was a bonus for me that we were the first Pakistani couple to summit it. But in the grand scheme of things, it was my misoji. There was a likely chance that I would not summit, which we could put at 50-50. Summit push involved 18 hours of non-stop climbing. Most of it in pitch black darkness. We knew this and kept on motivating each other one way or the other. For me, it was the words of people who said that I couldn't summit, that I didn't have it in me, to my face, that provided the most strength. Even then, there were moments when I thought I could not go any further. But then, any further step, just a moment ago, I thought was not possible, it meant that I was one step further than my own capabilities, or what I thought what my own capabilities were. Sitting here, we all have our proverbial mountain that we think we cannot summit. And once we do, our horizons expand. We become a better version of ourselves. And that's a pursuit worth every blood, sweat, and tear. Considering we are so momentum driven, misoji provides an opportunity to undertake a task that is likely to provide a break from the norm. And we are able to take on a challenge that we would otherwise avoid. I hope I've been able to convince you to fight the urge of seeking excessive comfort, which has led to complacency, physical and emotional fragility, and a reluctance to take on new challenges. Let's go and meet our challenges. Head on. Let's seek discomfort. Thank you.